Previously, on the Pacific Blue crossover, Lonnie, the lifeguard who hates being a lifeguard the most, helped form a lifeguard/beach cop/EMT super team, which I'm sure we will see discussed in this very episode of Baywatch. Or it will never be mentioned again, and Carmen Electra isn't even here in this episode or the next. Anyway, April.
Ah, what a beautiful day on the beach. Ah, the day puncher! Hi, Manny!
Hi, April!
Together forever!
Ah, Manny and April, or Mapril, the couple you probably forgot about.
Ouch.
These two are so in love, as we have witnessed these past, 5 episodes, 2 of which were credit only for them. And nothing will ever happen to break them up.
Oh no, that gang I used to hang out with! As a Hispanic character, Baywatch apparently couldn't help themselves.
Incredulously, this is the same guy from the episode where they established Manny used to be in a gang.
Your homeboy looks more like a beach boy.
You know, the guy who did a drive-by shooting and threatened several people's lives to cover up his crime before being apprehended by Mitch while attempting a grand theft Hobie's birthday car? The guy whose plot centered around threatening Manny's other friend so he wouldn't testify against him, which I guess he did, and this was the result? Apparently, the sentence for attempted murder is pretty light in the Baywatch universe, because he's just hanging around here like it's no big deal. His name is Pulga, but according to IMDb, this is Manny's old friend, and I don't know if I'd call him that. And Pulga is back to his old trick of saying essay as often as possible.
Oh, I'm sorry, ese. You used to be one of us, ese. What do you care, ese? Homeboys like me can't afford swimsuits, ese. Is this why your mamacita busted her ass to get you out of the hood, ese? So you could be a cowboy for the white folks?
Okay, I know that was part of why he didn't like Manny in his previous episode, but I kind of feel like, at this point, he'd have bigger beefs with him. But oh well, I guess that's it for him in this episode and on this show. Not sure why they felt the need to bring him back if that was the payoff. Meanwhile, Craig is also back.
Hey, what up, Home Slice? You gotten the hell off my show yet?
Classic Mitch, you always were a joker.
Yeah, that's me, but I mean it.
Anyway, I guess Craig saying he was going to open up a private practice at the end of his last episode was just him blowing a bunch of hot fart wizard air.
Why do I get the feeling that you're never going to practice law again?
He'd sit in a courtroom.
I know my whole thing was being unable to decide between my 2 careers, and creating a private practice so I could get back to helping people instead of corporations, but actually, I've always hated being a lawyer. Supposedly, Mitch has demoted himself to lieutenant again because of, the shoe incident.
I hate these damn shoes!
And yet, he's still referring to himself as the captain. He's either waiting for a new captain to be appointed, or they've messed up the airing order again. You make the call! At this point, he's going to spend more time as the captain after he made himself not captain than when he was actually captain. And as the maybe captain, Mitch is dying to hear all of the hot goss about Craig's attempts at re-entering the dating pool.
I haven't been able to get close to anybody since my frog hybrid girlfriend exploded, of course. But I want to be reminded of what love is through you, Craig.
Well, Mitch, I've been trying out this phone application called Tinder, but I don't think the women on there are tender at all. I received a message from a woman named Candy who called me a Rizzler, and who the heck knows what that means? I had to swipe left.
What the hell kind of alien language are you speaking? I gotta get out of here.
Well, the show doesn't do us the courtesy of easing us into this, so I suppose it's only right I do the same to you. What if Craig and fucking April had a thing?
Maybe we go out sometime. I mean, diving.
Don't forget to give me a call. We'll go out.
Diving.
What in the world? I know this keeps happening because what the fuck is going on in season 8, but yes, this is a real storyline and it's real weird. It's not like it's unusual for Baywatch to have age gap relationships, but man, you can't just throw us into a Craig/April/Manny love triangle without warning. This is literally the first time we've ever seen Craig and April interact. We have no pre-establishment of what their relationship is like before the flirting comes up. We've barely seen April and Manny as a couple, and Craig apparently is already over that whole divorce thing. Hell, I would argue that we barely even know what April's basic personality is like. But now we know that she and Craig share a love of diving, I guess. I also don't recall if Craig loving diving came up in season 1. And his last episode before a 7-year break involved him trapped in an underwater cave after an earthquake. So I would argue that he should perhaps be less of a diving fan now. I will say, however, April does have a similar wholesome parent vibe, so perhaps that's why she and Craig become attracted to each other. Anyway, this storyline is going to take a wild twist later, so stay tuned. Manny will kill Craig! Considering Manny is a possessive, jealous creep, I think April should 100% dump his ass. Given the choice between the two, Craig is absolutely the best one.
After Allison and Gina, you're my third choice, April.
Manny is not helping his case when Grammy Mom returns and April discovers she doesn't even know who she is. This is because Manny doesn't want to tell his mom he's dating a white girl, in another of Baywatch's clumsy attempts at tackling stories about race. Then it turns out his mom doesn't even care that April is white. Well, awesome. What a story.
Hello, Manny's mother, who I just met. Want to come hang out with me? We'll watch Caroline on Shannon's Hope. Nah, I'm good. Your loss.
By the way, this is Taylor's last real scene on the show. And it starts with Manny's mom asking if she can take a photo of Taylor and Manny together, and Taylor agrees, and then leaves without taking it.
Can I get a picture of him with the boss?
It was really nice to meet you.
I guess this is fitting, since it seems like half of Taylor's scenes are just her deciding to have her own conversation in Taylor World. Well, Hasselhoff changed his shirt, time to shoot another scene talking about Craig's upcoming date with some rando. And man, he is in full Baywatch Hawaii mode already. Foot half out the door, ready to just enjoy his vacation. But before he fucks off to be anywhere but here, he reminds Craig that he just got divorced.
First time back in the saddle, bound to be a little rusty.
Well, as I remember, you fell in love with Stephanie before the ink was even dry on your divorce papers.
Which is why you have to be extremely careful. Women can sense when you're vulnerable.
Don't make the same mistake I did, pal. First it's some random lady with a Jaguar. Next it'll be April, the Stephanie replacement. And if you fall for her, she'll just do what the real Stephanie did and take advantage of your poor, freshly divorced heart. If you're lucky, April will also get killed by a boat mast and make things easy for you.
Thanks for the advice, Mitch, but I would never date April. Neely, maybe, since she flirted with me that one time.
Oh no you don't! That baby's gonna de-age me, Craig! Get your own!
Hey, April, you could make me look younger. Well, I have taken up painkillers recently, so you're looking sexier by the minute. Hot dog. Oh, April, you'll never believe what the Hardy Boys are up to this time.
Oh, I love them, especially Frank. He's such a dreamboat.
Oh?
Nothing bad is gonna happen today, unless, I don't know, Eddie's curse catches up with me. Damn it!
Fearing the stock footage will eventually make its way over to them, Craig and April take shelter in a water filter pipe. Well, it's been 4 episodes since April's been trapped underwater by an aggressive animal and forced to hide out with a new potential love interest to make Manny jealous. I guess they were overdue for one of those. I think my favorite part about this whole thing is that the shark keeps changing species depending on the stock footage. And that species-shifting monster is Dr. Shark, ready to finish off another Season 1 character. Which reminds me of this insane backstory Sean Weatherly wrote for Jill's character in the book Baywatch: The Inside Story, which I will now read to you. Jill was a very brave woman. I would never swim in the ocean like she did, but she was never brave enough to tell Craig Pomeroy that she was in love with him. Jill hired Lori, a slightly deranged young girl, to break up Craig's marriage to Gina so that she could move in. When that didn't work, she decided to fake a shark attack so that Craig would rush to her side and profess his undying love for her. But that backfired. The shark wasn't as reasonable as Lori. He ate her. So, According to Sean Weatherly, Jill hired Lori, the woman in the pilot who was obsessed with Craig and tried to stab Gina. So apparently, it was actually a murder-for-hire plot. And Jill's tragic death was no accident, but a poetic comeuppance during another one of her villainous attempts to win Craig's heart. Which apparently was a secret plot she'd been scheming about all season, unbeknownst to Craig nor the audience. This is on top of additional backstory she adds, where Jill's also in love with Mitch, and I guess had a pet seal for a while? As far as I'm concerned, this is all now canon, and Sean Weatherly should write every script for the reboot whenever the hell that comes out. Also, I had no idea Craig was such a ladies' man, but with Neely, April, and evidently Jill, I've now learned that every single blonde woman who meets his long, unblinking gaze immediately falls in love.
Hey, these water filters never turn on, right? Tell my mom she was wrong to be nice to my brother when he was dying!
Well, it's been 2 whole episodes since April was injured last. Time to repeatedly do more of that while Craig is fine, I guess. Stupid woman.
Don't worry, April. I learned all about treating water filter wounds in the Boy Scouts. I got a badge and everything.
Did you ever get a shark badge?
No, that was the one badge that got away.
At some point during all of this, April starts going into shock, although I'm not quite clear on in what way specifically she was injured.
April, stay with me. I've got to be honest with you. I've developed feelings for you over the course of the last 28 minutes we've known each other. It's a little scary for me because, well, I'm worried what people will think about me dating a white girl.
Oh, not again!
You know what I always do when I'm feeling blue, April? I tell a nice, long story. Why don't you try it?
Okay, Manny's mom was nice.
No. Imagine you're sitting down on a couch, surrounded by grandchildren, with a warm sweater tied around your shoulders.
In my day, when a boy and a girl really liked each other, they'd court them for 3 months before presenting them with a dowry of 10 turnips, as was the style at the time.
That's it! You've got it!
Hey Manny, what's up? Heard you're being cucked by Craig.
Who told Mitch this?
Okay, you want to throw something through a window? I just did a shoe, so you're gonna have to get creative.
Noticing that Craig's Jaguar date has been stood up, Mitch figures he better make sure Craig is gone for good before making his move.
Okay guys, I want you to leave no stone unturned. Search for the obvious clues. Werther's floating to the surface, April's body parts. They're out there somewhere, and they could be having weird age gap makeouts at this very moment. Okay Mitch, pretend to type. Yeah, you're working hard.
And this shot of Taylor on a boat is the last time we ever see her. She's gone from the show until the reunion movie, for some reason. Well, bye, I guess. Hey, we get a Newmy/JD team up. That's, something, I suppose.
Hey yo Craig, are you taking advantage of a woman in a vulnerable position around here? Because if so, I got some tips. Baywatch headquarters, this is Newmy.
Yeah, JD didn't make it. Uh-oh, a fake shark fin made it into the tube. Dr. Shark won't stop until he's finished what he started with Jill.
I'm the one you want, Shark. I eat plenty of fiber, and I'll make you super regular. Also, apparently, Jill was in love with me.
On the one hand, they've got the Daytona Pier Killer on the rescue team, but on the other, they've also got Newmy, the greatest lifeguard who ever lived. So I think it balances out. Oh man, how great would it be if JD swam up trying to rescue them, and then Craig just stabs him thinking he's Dr. Shark. Then the actual Dr. Shark would smell the blood and feast on him, and they'd all share a good chuckle.
That's it, Dr. Shark, come here! Today, this battle ends with me the victor! I shall avenge Jill, despite her villainous plot to murder my wife who I divorced! Damn you, Craig Pomeroy!
Hey yo! Oh no, there was absolutely no way to save JD. Oh well. Yikes, how's my underwear gonna get me out of this one?
I do very much enjoy that Mitch is wandering around headquarters while Newmy is getting the heroic rescue scene. It was awful generous of Hasselhoff to let another character accomplish something for once. Just kidding. Mitch lazily saves the day by getting the pipe shut off with a phone call.
Yay, we made it! Gee whiz!
Yeah, we're a throuple now.
Haha, nope.
Hey, April, remember how I was ashamed of you because you're white?
Yeah, wait a minute. Literally any other man is here. See ya!
Face it, Manny, you'll never beat the king of cool.
Huh?
Sex leader, Craig?
You know it.
But Manny made a picnic!
Next time on Baywatch.
Somebody gets trapped underwater again. I don't know, Mitch and Cody this time. Meanwhile, Neely and Baby live with Mitch. Oh, Baby!